Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today is not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is all about the version of you that is emerging. So who are you becoming soon? And very important, how? What can you do to enhance your well-being? What can you do to become your greatest version, to upgrade yourself? I think this is a very exciting topic, and yeah, as always, my dear, I have 3 pals that you can choose from. And as always, you can either choose the card or the crystal below it. So this is pal 1 with the Temperance card. This is pal 2 with the Tower card. And this is pal 3 with the Empress card. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what version of you is emerging? Who are you becoming? And how can you do that? So, as always, my dear, I would like to first get you some tarot cards, and then we will dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more oracle cards. So let's see. For my dear, oh my goodness. These cards are so big, like I can't. For my dear pile 1. Let's see. What version of you is emerging? All right, so let's start. For my dear pile 1, all right, so we have 2 cards coming through. The first card we have is the King of Cups. The second one is the 9 of Pentacles. All right, I want to make sure that all the cards are, yeah, okay. So let's continue. For my dear pile 1. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. All right. The 6 of Cups. For my dear pile 1. Ooh, the 2 of Cups. What version of you is emerging? We have the 6 of Wands. Let's get you one last card, my dear pal 1. One last card. One last card, please. What version of you is emerging? Let's see. Let me just get it like this. And we have the King of Swords. All right, okay, so my dear pile 1, what do you need to know about this energy? So, what version of you is emerging? Who are you becoming soon? I would like to talk about the fact that I really feel like when we talk about the energy that this pile embodies, there is a lot of abundance in here. Abundance on many different levels, especially emotionally. So we have emotional abundance. We really see a lot of satisfaction in here. And I really feel like, my dear, the version of you that is emerging, the version of you that you're becoming, is one that it's emotionally very well balanced. Emotions are something so beautiful, right? I mean, they make our life truly sweet. But sometimes when we are not balanced, or there are some blockages, they can make our life like so much harder, and also bring a lot of confusion, right? When like we are, for example, an emotional mess. So sometimes it can be very, very difficult for us to deal with our emotions even. And what I'm seeing here when we talk about this area of your life and who you are becoming, you are someone who has made peace with their emotions. And this is very important in here. I see this version of you that is emerging being someone who is extremely emotionally intelligent and extremely aware of their emotions, accepting and understanding. It is also very interesting to me here that there is this indication of your inner child. Maybe some of you guys have certain emotional blockages right now that are connected to your childhood, or who are I'm sorry, that are somehow connected to your inner child even. What I'm seeing here is that this version of you has made peace with their inner child. This version of you is gentle and understanding with your younger self. And very often a lot of people don't really take like the inner child journey or healing serious, because they think like why should I put any energy or time into that? Like, I'm an adult now. What does my inner child have to do anything with who I'm becoming now, or what life I'm living? Well, a lot, right? Because I mean, even if we go through like a scientific like view on it, we know that our younger or our like childhood influences, right, the adult we become. And also, like, energetically or spiritually looking into this energy, our inner child will always be a part of us. Just because we're an adult now doesn't mean that the energy that we've been carrying, or the hurt we've been carrying as this, yeah, inner child of us, is not like impacting us today, right? And I really feel like a huge, yeah, part of this version of you that you're creating is actually this peacefulness, and just having so much love for your inner child and acceptance. So a great way to enhance your well-being and to upgrade yourself is definitely to focus more on your inner child journey. Because, especially once again, emotionally speaking, my dear pal one, I feel like there are some things that maybe need your extra care or extra love. It's interesting. I actually the other day was thinking about recording like inner child meditations, and I don't know why I'm thinking about it right now once again. If you guys are interested in me starting to record meditations and putting them on YouTube, definitely let me know. This is something I wanted to do for such a long time, because meditation is a huge part of my life. And yeah, I just remembered that. Anyways, let's continue. We're concentrating now on you. So, another thing I feel like, my dear pal one, regarding the version of you that is emerging, once again, still concentrating on the emotional side, is also in connection to your relationships. This version of you is receptive of love. This version of you is open for love. This version of you is self loving. And it is not only about having a relationship, it is about having a successful relationship, one in which we can thrive, one in which we can express ourselves. We feel free, right? And this is really what I'm seeing your, or better to say, that version of you creating and stepping into. So ask yourself, are you ready for love? Or do you think that there may be certain blockages you have when it comes to romantic love? I'm talking here love regarding like someone else, romantically speaking, because you want to be ready for love, right? This is something I have said in many of my readings, that sometimes like even the greatest gift can be a curse if we're not ready for it. So even the most matching person for you, you know, may be like a difficulty for you if you're not ready for it. You may like sabotage it or make it like a little bit difficult or not open up to it because you're not ready for it. Although, for example, there is a great person coming for you. So this is why I feel like this message is also coming through. Maybe, my dear, a very significant person, you know, is getting closer, and it's very important for you to be aware of the fact, or ask yourself, better to say, whether you are genuinely ready for this. And yeah, maybe you're watching this and you're like, yes, like, I totally understand this. For example, I have some trust issues that I need to work on because they may influence the connection I have with the future partner, or maybe something else. This is just an example. But I really want to emphasize here that the version of you that is emerging, when I say like emotionally very intelligent and in peace with yourself, I really mean it. Of course, we never know what the future holds, and like something may happen in our life that we like totally lose ourselves, and like we feel like we are in a huge turmoil. But it's very important to still find our way back. And I really feel like this version of you, my dear, you see your feelings and emotions as a blessing and as a wonderful way to express love towards yourself and others, not as a confusing bundle of energy. So I find it so beautiful that this version of you is so self-aware emotionally. Like, I have so much respect for you, my dear, because I know that this doesn't just fall from the skies. This is something you work on, you reflect on, you heal on yourself. This is a journey, it's not a goal. And it's okay to take your time, and it's okay to do, whatever feels right to you. I know in our day-to-day world, we always tend to compare ourselves to others, but especially when we talk about the healing journey of any sort, that is the least thing we should compare, because it's a very individual thing, and you deserve so much better, right? And I really feel like, my dear, this is going to change your life. This emotional security that you're developing for yourself, it's gonna make outside turmoil so difficult to take you out of your balance, because you're so secure and grounded in it. So definitely congratulations to that, like, really. I also see that this version of you that's emerging is much more comfortable with going with the flow. Sometimes we may have the need to control a lot of things because we just don't want them to go a certain way that we don't want to, right? Or sometimes uncertainty can also be a little bit scary, so we try to control the situation as much as possible. But what I'm seeing here regarding your version that's emerging, you're comfortable with not knowing all the answers. That's okay. What you do instead is having trust in the journey. Having trust that even though there are no answers yet, there will be soon, and it will be for your best. And you see the wheel card and this person dancing beautifully. I almost feel like that's you. You're dancing and you're just allowing yourself to let loose, even though it may be very hard, especially if you tend to control a lot, to all of a sudden have trust rather than control. It can be a challenge. But I really feel like this version of you that's emerging, step by step, slowly, is getting more and more comfortable with that. And it also feels so much less stressful, which is very interesting because a lot of people who want to always have control on something do it right, so they don't get a stressful surprise. But it's interesting how you're actually so peaceful when it comes to just going with it, and not having a firm grip on every single area of your life, but actually allowing things to also, it's almost like you're giving the universe a little bit of space to do its magic rather than holding a firm grip over your life. Sometimes we need to make space, and this is you creating a space for the universe to, yeah, create magic. And you have trust in yourself, you have trust in the universe. I really feel like whether it's trust regarding relationships or whether it's trust regarding life in general, this version of you is so trusting. So if you right now feel like you're not very trusting, I feel like this is a huge change, like a huge transformation you will create or do in your life, which will enhance your well-being and your peace of mind so much more. Because it's almost like you're not fighting with life, you're actually surrendering. And I know the word surrender has a lot of negative energy to it because it's kind of like giving up, but there is actually also another aspect of surrendering to the magic of life, surrendering to all the beauty that we may have missed because we were so so stuck in our ways. And I really feel like this version of you, my dear, is experiencing life in a much more lighthearted and peaceful way, because you're allowing yourself to I heard oh, excuse me, I'm receiving so many messages sometimes I really have to pause and listen. Wow. This version of you feels so much more free. I love this so much. Let me see. I would like to get you some oracle cards as well. For my dear pile 1, what version of you is emerging? Let's see. What version of you, my dear and beautiful pile 1, is emerging? All right. And we have the card Focus. Too many. For my dear pile one. Okay, one card fell. We have attraction, and let's get you one last card. All right. And we have extremes. All right, so what version of you is emerging, my dear? I really feel like this is a huge transformation for you. Also with the butterfly. It's funny how when this card came through, I didn't really pay attention to the word or like different elements of this card. All I focused on was just this beautiful butterfly in the center. And of course, we all know that butterflies are a huge symbol for transformation. And I do feel like, my dear, you may watch this and, you know, I may have said certain things that you feel like are absolutely not you. But that's actually the thing. That's the huge transformation that you're going through. And it is okay. Unfortunately, we're living in a world in which sometimes we may even get shamed for transforming ourselves, you know? I mean, we may all have heard in our life someone telling us, you have changed. But like the undertone is not a positive one, but it's like almost always like a negative one. Like changing is something bad. But change, transformation is a part of life. And I've said this before. I mean, just let us look at nature. The seasons, right? I mean, nature itself goes through different transformations and cycles. For example, from like spring to summer, fall, winter, right? And there are those characteristics, those changes that happen. We are a part of this world, so why can't we change also or transform, especially if it's for the better? We don't have to always stay a certain way if it's not serving us, if it's not good for us, if it's actually hurting us. We have the right, it's our birthright to actually create the life and the version of us that feels the most authentic. And that might change because life changes, our circumstances changes, we change. So never allow anyone to shame you for wanting to improve yourself or transform. Having said that, I really feel like the version of you that you're emerging into is one that you feel much more comfortable in, and it's just exciting, but exciting in a very peaceful way. Not like in a very like, how should I explain it? Not in a very like all over the place and very hectic way. No, in a very peaceful, I'm exciting for what's to come, and I'm welcoming it. I'm really ready for it. I'm trusting the journey. And this is beautiful because I really feel like just stepping into this energy that this is you becoming your greatest version. And definitely a huge emphasis here was on your emotional body here, that you're working emotionally on yourself to be more secure and grounded in it. So my dear pile one, this is all I have for you for today. I am not receiving any more messages. Please, my dear, as always, feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so much, my dear, for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. As always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, my dear, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, if you would also like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My dear pile one, take care, my love. Hey, pile two, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what version of you is emerging? Who are you becoming soon? And how? What do you need to know about it? So, first of all, my dear, as always, I would like to get you some tarot cards. Let's see for my dear pile. Oops. 2. What version of you is emerging? Who are you becoming? For my dear pile 2. What version of you are you becoming? Let's see for my beautiful pile 2. For my dear, let's see. All right, so the first card we have is the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups here as well. For my dear pile, oh, one card fell. We have the 2 of Cups. Let's see. All right. We have the Page of Wands. Wow. I love the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is probably one of my all-time favorite cards. Although that's very difficult to decide because there are so many beautiful cards. Let's see. All right. Too many cards. Too many. For my dear pile 2, what version of you? Okay, we have one card and it's the 6 of Pentacles. What version of you is emerging? Let's see. Let's see. We have the Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. All right, a lot of cards fell. Too many. Let me see. I know why so many cards fall down. Let me get them like this. Come on. All right. We have the Chariot card. One last card. Let's see. Let me take this one here. And we have the 9 of Cups. All right. So my dear pile 2. What version of you is emerging? What do you need to know about it? First of all, I would like to start with this. I really feel like my dear pal 2, the version of you that I'm looking into here, is one that is allowing themselves to express themselves. Freedom regarding expression, freedom regarding authenticity. This version of you is living their authentic life. You are not compromising anymore when it comes to what it is that you want in life. I mean, I think we all have maybe experienced this one way or another, that very often we may have done something not because we wanted to, but because maybe someone else has told us to do it, or we have maybe even been pressured to do it. I mean, let's just say, for example, parents, right? Sometimes, let's just say parents may tell us to study this or that, or do this or that, or, I mean, of course, this is just an example with the parents. It can be also someone else, but it is all about sometimes we sacrifice ourselves or our needs or what we want, right, to make it okay for others. But you didn't come here to do that. You didn't come here to live someone else's life or to live your life according to what someone else wants you to do or how someone else wants you to live. You deserve to live authentically as you want and express yourself in the way that's right to you. And I really feel like, my dear, even if like no matter how old you are, even if you have allowed this to happen till now, it is never too late to step into our authenticity and to give ourselves this freedom of choice, this freedom of creating a life that is made for us and not for other people's satisfaction. And I really feel like this is a huge thing here. Maybe, my dear, very often in your life you've done certain decisions not because it was what you wanted, but because you wanted to impress others, or you wanted to, I'm hearing, not cause drama. Maybe you did not want other people's negative opinions or judgment, therefore you compromised on what it is that you want. But let me just tell you, this version of you that's emerging, this version of you that you're becoming, they have thrown these things out. Of course, they, like, this version of you is open to advice and guidance and like stuff like this, but it's something like totally different if you allow people, like other people, to control you. That's something totally different. And this version of you, first of all, let's talk about career. I really feel like, my dear, this version of you that is emerging is all about not only doing money because, well, I mean, bills need to be paid, right? This is also about having fun or enjoying what we do. I really feel like, my dear, this version of you has found a way to express themselves when it comes to their job or career as well. I see your version here. I see them being super creative and coming up with different ideas that are very exciting to follow. This doesn't necessarily have to be a main job. It can even be like a side hustle that maybe in the future you guys will open yourself up to, or a business idea. But it is all about, you know, creating for yourself a space in which this incredible, and I really mean incredible, inspiration that you are, the creativity that you have, you allow yourself to express it. And this alone will give you so much, like, life energy, and it will improve your life so, so, so much, because you're gonna feel like you live much more purposely, or you're gonna feel like that you invest so much love and passion in what you do. Maybe right now it's more so about, well, doing whatever you have to do regarding work and like responsibilities and just the more serious kind of side of life. And maybe right now you don't feel like you have a lot of time to have fun, or a lot of time to be creative, give yourself space to feel free and expressive. This version of you has made space for themselves. And look at the not night. Look at the Page of Wands here. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. Does it work? Well, I think it doesn't work, but well, a little bit here. Look at this woman here. Like, she's surrounded by this magical gold light and she's dancing, and it's almost like she's in her own little magical world. And I mean, this is the daughter archetype, but of course, I'm not talking here gender wise. It doesn't matter who you are. We're just looking into the energy here. But you can see how passionate she is, or how just overall, like, satisfied she is. And the Daughter of Wands, or the Page of Wands here, is beautifully, in a way, representing your energy, the energy that you will be embodying, full of ideas, full of inspiration, full of desire to experience, to see, to be heard. I love this. And it all comes from the fact that you create space for yourself to follow your passion, follow those ideas that you have without being afraid, of other people's opinions or judgment. This version of you, I feel like they're just so tired of it. They're so tired of compromising just because of fear, just because of what others or how others may react. And they're just done with it. You are done here and you're going for it. I also see like this version of you is surrounded by a lot of caring and loving people. I really feel like, my dear, and that has also probably a lot to do with energy, because I feel like in this version of you has raised their energy, has raised their vibration. And what happens is that you are a vibrational match to others who are in a very similar frequency as you. And I see you actually connecting with a lot of people who are very, very supportive. And I feel like there is a lot of new energy in here, like a lot of new people that you may have not met yet. I see a love interest in particular here that is in your, yeah, you could say future self's life. But I'm also seeing you here making like heart to heart friendships, really. And this is so interesting to me because it's almost like you are so compatible to those people, to those friends. Let me see. I see you so happy being surrounded by them. Literally, what matches this energy the best is finding your soul tribe. And I really feel like you have found yours. You have found the people who you have this deep connection with, and love is a great foundation for this. And I see so much support here. I see so much love here, you guys. Love, so, so important. And generosity as well, by the way. I also see that. I see you dancing, surrounded by those who understand you, by those who are on the same page as you are. I really feel like the version of you that is emerging is one that knows what's good for them and acts accordingly. Not that you don't know what's good for you right now. It is about the action. This version of you knows what is right for you, knows what is good for you, knows what they want, but they also act on it. Maybe right now you have so many ideas and so many dreams or wishes, but there is one thing having those in your mind, but then there is a complete, other thing, really acting on them or putting the first steps into motion, because it can be such a like scary thing, right? To really commit yourself to that. And I feel like your future self here is willing to take the risk much more, because they're just tired. They're tired with feeling stuck, so they understand that sometimes to bring motion we have to take certain risks, or we literally need to move, right? And this is what I'm seeing here. Although I have to say that this is definitely way, 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 way easier said than done. Because if this was easy, everyone would do it. But I feel like, as I said, this version of you is just so done with playing small that you don't mind anymore the risks that may come with this. For example, how other people may react to this, because you put yourself first. You put your dreams first, you put your your well-being first. And to be honest, because I also see that you really have found people that understand you and your vision, I also feel like at one point you may actually also release a lot of people who are like very contradicting to this energy. For example, people who may right now be in your life, but they're very judgy. They may always have something negative to say when it comes to you wanting to, enhance your well being or be more your authentic self. Just because, like, yeah, I feel like you're gonna not carry a lot of energies that may in your life right now with you because they're just not matching this authentic, self loving, prioritizing version of you that prioritizes themselves. You're done with people who take you down, and you want to allow people into your life who actually support and uplift you. And I remember this is something I always used to say. Like I think it was the first readings I made on this channel. Um, I remember I said that, it's kind of like a full closet, right? We may have a closet full of different clothes, but a lot of them we may not even wear or we have never worn at all. Some may be like just not fitting anymore, and we may be standing there and we may not know what to wear, right? Or we may want to buy new clothes, but in order for you to buy new clothes to invite new energies in, you need first to get rid of the old, or at least whatever doesn't serve you, such as the clothes that are too small for you, right? And I'm saying this because it's kind of like representing a little bit also energies in our life. Very often we have energies that don't serve us or are even like really bad for us on many different levels, very negative. And in order for us to manifest and invite new people in, right? New connections in, we may first need to get rid of the energies that don't serve us. And it can, of course, be anything. This is just an example here with like negative or bad people for you, but it can, of course, be anything. And I really feel like, my dear, this is what your future version here has done. They have made so much space for like their soul tribe, like literally for people that are so great for you and so supportive. But first, they may have released. All right. Yeah. Let me see. I would like to get you some oracle cards. For my dear pile 2, what version of you is emerging? Let's see. The first card we have is discernment. For my dear pile 2, we have self-reflection. Let's get you one last card. Okay, one card fell. And we have creation. Wow, beautiful. So my dear pile 2, what else can I say regarding this? Look at this self-reflection card for a second. You can see two people in here, and it's almost like this is you and this is you. Like you're holding your own hand and you are prioritizing yourself. Something that maybe you haven't done, or you haven't done enough in your life, and this version of you is not neglecting themselves anymore. You're making a lot of space for yourself, because this version of you understood that there's no one out there that is more important than myself. And this has nothing to do with arrogance or such thing. This is self-love. This is you putting yourself first. You putting whatever it is, your desire, your needs first, because that's what you came here like. This is your birthright. Never allow anyone to shame you for that, to shame you because you are more self-loving towards yourself, or because you make decisions that are according to what you want, and especially when you prioritize yourself. Don't allow yourself to be shamed. This is your birthright. It's your right to have a wonderful connection with yourself. Even though in this world there is always this outside importance, like they always put so much importance into, for example, relationships outside of us, whether it's romance, friendships, family, and stuff. But what's even more important is, what relationship do you have with yourself? Because you will always be with yourself. And I really feel like this version of you has worked on a very self-loving relationship. And as I always like to say, our inside world influences our external world. And the moment you have started to prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first, you also said yes to your desire and to your passion and to your wishes, because you're putting them also first. You won't allow anyone to talk you out of it, because you listen to what's important to you and not what other may try to shape you into. And I want to make this clear. Like, this is not about you never listening to anyone. No. I mean, once again, this version of you, you're open for construct like criticism or guidance or advice, especially from your loved ones, where it comes from a very loving and supporting place. But yes to this, but no to people who see your greatness but try to manipulately, for example, talk you out of it or try to dim your light. No more of that. No more small me. No more I gonna compromise on what it is that I want. No. You deserve this, my dear. You really do. And I feel like, we have to talk about this more, because this is a conversation that we don't really hear that often, So it is important for us to be reminded that we are deserving of a good relationship with ourselves and of doing what feels authentically right for us. With the word creation in here, I don't know, when this card came through and I saw it, I instantly, I saw exactly that, creation, the lust, or the desire, better to say, the desire to create, to inspire not only others but yourself as well. You want to inspire yourself. You want to make yourself happy. This version of you has understood in a way that the only person who's going to make you happy is yourself. And this responsibility, this version of you has taken over themselves. So I can't even tell you what a beautiful connection I see you having with yourself here. This is the foundation of pure greatness. And this alone is going to enhance your well-being so much, my dear. And I'm so proud of the journey that you're embarking here on. Once again, this is not something easy, but I find it so beautiful to see that you are still going your own way and doing what's right for you, really. And I respect this so, so much. My dear pal 2, this is all I have for you for today. I am not receiving any more messages. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so, so much, my dear, for allowing me to connect with this beautiful energy. And yeah, as always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, you can feel free to email me. Also, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My dear pal 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see. What version of you is emerging? Who are you becoming soon? And how? What can you do to enhance your well-being and to step into this version of yourself? As always, my dear, I would first like to get you some tarot cards, and then we will dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more oracle. So let's see. My dear pile 3, what version of you is emerging? Pile 3, let's start. My dear pile 3, let's see. What version of you is emerging? Pile 3. Okay, no card wants to come out. Let me just take one like this. Oh my goodness, the first card we have is the 2 of Cups. That's beautiful. Let's continue. All right. We also have the Ace of Cups. That's so sweet. The Queen of Wands as well. For my dear pile 3, let's see. Okay. Too many cards. Let's see, let's see. Oh my goodness, so many cards. Let me just do it like this. This way I will only get one card. We have the Page of Swords. All right. Let's see. I don't know why I got 2. Only one, please. Only one. We have the Page of Cups as well. For my dear pal 2, what version of you is emerging? Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to take this one here. Oh, we actually have 2 cards that turned over. I didn't even see that. So we have the 9 of Cups. I'm sorry, the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords. Let's get you one last card. All right, let's take this one here. And we have the 6 of Wands. All right. So my dear pile 3, let's see for you. What version of you is emerging? What are you, or better to say who are you becoming? So my dear, first of all, I would like to say that one thing I really feel like being emphasized here is the amount of independence this version of you has. This version of you, with other words, has really created their best life. This is all about you claiming your power, claiming your independence, and yeah, creating the life that you know you're deserving of. That's the thing. This version of you doesn't settle for anything less than they deserve anymore. Okay, that's what I heard. I heard anymore. So that's interesting. And I also feel like, my dear pal 3, that this version of you is very focused on success. since success in every area of their life. It's also so interesting that I feel like you have a lot more energy here than you maybe have right now. So you may have really prioritized your health or incorporated certain activities in your life that give you much more energy. So you have more energy to use. That's really what this is about. Feeling your best so you can create the best. And as I said, I feel like the success is coming through in different areas of your life. I would actually start with, or I would like to start with something regarding your love life. What I find very interesting is that this version of you is actually not single, I'm seeing here. This is a version of you that is in a relationship, and I feel like in a very significant one. This person is a new person, you don't know them yet. They haven't, or maybe they are about to enter your life, but this still feels like a new person here. And what I'm seeing here is that this can actually be a soulmate. And it's so interesting that you guys are actually the only pile that got like some more detailed insights regarding your love life, which is very interesting. But that's something I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that you will be in a relationship here, in a relationship actually that makes you feel so abundant and once again independent. And for a lot of people, that's actually maybe something they struggle with. Maybe it's very difficult for them to be in a relationship because, well, they feel like if they are in a relationship, they may, say goodbye to their independence. I mean, of course, a relationship means compromising, but a relationship doesn't or should not make you feel trapped, and you can still have your independence. And I really feel like in this connection and this dynamic, this person and you've created a space for yourselves in which you also feel independent, and that seems to be very, very important for your future self. But definitely someone new, someone who's gonna be very supportive of you and your vision, of you and your goal, of whatever it is that you want to, like, journey wise, embark on. And I also would like to talk about the fact that this version of you is definitely not one to play around with. I see you have set firm boundaries. You don't compromise on them. And if someone wants to play around with you, you ain't got no time for that. You cut them off of your life. You're not entertaining negative behavior. You're not entertaining manipulation or people putting you down. You are only welcoming what's for your greatest or what supports, better to say, what supports your well-being. You're very keen on making sure that you release or keep toxicity out of your life, and you're very protective of yourself. I really would like to emphasize this. You protect yourself big, big time. I heard this version of you, they know their self-worth, and that's why they won't allow toxicity in their space. Just generally speaking, I actually feel like this version of you is very protective of their space and of what kind of energies they invite in their life. And I feel like that's also why I got like immediately those boundaries coming through. So you actually keep whatever it is that is not good for you or you don't want out. Let me see. Yeah, coming back to this love energy, I really feel like you and this person, like this person's gonna be very, very invested in you and this relationship. And this can be a very serious long-term connection. And I see that this person will put a lot of effort into pursuing you. And this is something that's gonna, I'm hearing, melt your heart a lot, because you're gonna see how much love this person, how much importance this person is putting into your connection, into you. They're gonna kind of like prove to you how much they care about you. And that's the thing. I really feel like you will be a vibrational match to this love interest, because you care about yourself. You love yourself. So you are attracting a potential love interest who also cares about your, who also loves you and even protects you. And also, yeah, it's not only you, but it's also them. There's this protection energy in here. Anyways, let's go back to the version of you emerging. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I can't control the messages. Like, for some reason, you also have this love interest sneaking into the energy. But let's come back to the version of you that's emerging. I have talked about the element of freedom in here, and I really feel like this is going to be expressed in a lot of different ways. I even see you, my dear, and that's very interesting. I even see you traveling a lot, or doing a lot of different activities that also, once again, give you a lot of freedom. Freedom to experience and freedom to, I guess, explore. Exploration is also very big in here. I just want to tell you that you are a great manifester, and I see that in the future, or at least this future self of yours, this version of you that's emerging. They're actually manifesting a lot into their life as well, like financially or material wise speaking. I see them doing that a lot here. And by the way, you guys, regarding the question what you can do to, step into this energy or enhance your, yeah, your life quality, or step into this, definitely, what I've talked about regarding the energy that your future self is into, definitely stepping into this more. So for example, as I said, putting boundaries and being non-negotiable when it comes to your well-being, like really setting it as a very important, prioritizing it, right? That's interesting. The prioritizing element also came through for PAL 2, so maybe some of you guys were drawn to it as well. But not only that, really, once again, being self-loving towards yourself, already giving yourself the love and or the respect that you deserve. And it's all about, yeah, it's all about, that's really what I feel here, all about you. How should I put it into words? Because, sometimes the energies, like, it is so difficult to put them into words, not only because English is not my first language, but also because sometimes energy speaks more than words ever can. And this is something you're supposed to feel rather than try to explain to someone. And all I can say is that this version of you is really stepping into empowering themselves. And this is how you can become this version of you. Empower yourself. Empower yourself in whatever area it's possible for you, because it will help you so much when it comes to creating the life and creating the version of you that, yeah, you want to bring to life, right? But definitely, if this word, or I'm sorry, if this pile had to get a keyword, it would be empowering. Empowering yourself, a whole sentence even. And for some reason, I also see you traveling a lot here. We had the element of exploration here, so maybe that's a way of you exploring through travel, not only like exploring new places, new cultures, and seeing new stuff, but also exploring yourself. Because sometimes when we put ourselves in new circumstances or new environments, we can actually learn so much more about ourselves. And I really feel like this is something you do here. But I would like to say that I really feel like, my dear pal 3, that this version of you is a very successful person. Not only when we talk about finances, but really generally speaking, a successful connection with themselves, a successful mindset, not one of lack, but one of abundance. You shine, you glow. You're a glowing girl or boy or whoever you are. Like, you glow so, so much. And I love this. I love this so much. It's almost like I'm seeing this flower who has grown into this beautiful, beautiful version of them. And I see you happy. You're happy. I see so much laughing and smiling. Let me see. I also see that there are a lot of people here who are, yeah, they have a lot of respect for you and the journey you've come. This is you working on yourself and creating the life for you. This has not been put into your lap, and people see that, and people see all the efforts and all the blood, sweat, and tears you've put into this version of yourself. And a lot of people applaud you for that. I really feel like a lot of people, even right now in your life, are gonna see this energy and they're gonna tell you, I'm so proud of you. I have so much respect for you. You've come such a long way. It's almost like I'm hearing those conversations already in my mind. I would like to get you a few oracle cards, my dear pal 3. My dear pal 3, my beautiful pal 3, what version of you is emerging? Let's see. Are you kidding me? Look at this. The first card we have is self-love. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Well, a few cards fell. Let me get them back here. Okay. So, only one, please, for my dear pile 3. What version of you is emerging? Let's see. Okay. Let me see. There are a lot of cards. No, only one, please. Let me just do it like this because that's sometimes easier to get a card. Oh my goodness. You guys. I'm just like, I can't with how matching this is. We have power. Didn't I just say that a keyword for this pal for me is like empowerment in a way? And here, look at this energy. And we even have, look at this, we even have like one card here turning over, and it's the fruition card. Wow. First of all, I talked about the fact that it's almost like a flower blossoming, right? Look at this woman and look at all the flowers in her hair. Like, that's so beautiful. And what I find very interesting is that every single person in here has some kind of a crown in a way, or hair jewelry. Here we have this beautiful, like, in a way, DIY hairstyle with so many beautiful flowers. Here we have this crown. Here we have this beautiful headpiece. And for some reason, when I saw these, they all remembered me like of a crown. It's almost like you are putting a crown on your head. You are putting yourself here in such a beautiful position. You're putting yourself here first. And my dear, I really feel like this empowerment is gonna enhance your well-being and your life quality so much, because whatever doesn't serve this energy, you're gonna release. And as I said, I see boundaries. I see you being very cautious when it comes to what energies you allow in your life, and it's actually gonna help you with balancing your life rather than allowing every energy just openly into your space. No, not anymore. And once again, I'm hearing anymore. Maybe this is something you used to do. You create yourself here in such a beautiful way, which is all about you showing what you can do, you showing who you are, and not limiting yourself anymore. Whatever self-limiting beliefs you used to have here are not a part of who you are anymore, because you won't allow others, like society, people, or different constructs, whatever it may be, telling you who you can be, telling you what you can have, telling you what you can create. You decided for yourself. And also, okay, I heard that you're gonna be much more beautiful, but I feel like it means that you're gonna feel much more beautiful. And why is that? Because you're taking care of yourself in a complete different way. You're allowing yourself to grow, you're allowing yourself to glow, literally, and your life quality and your self-love, like we literally have the self-love here, right? And this self-love that you have worked on is gonna make you see yourself in a like such different way, and allow you recognize the beauty that has always been there but you may have missed for some time. And you're gonna see and recognize your beauty, and you're gonna see and recognize your potential. I am so in love with this energy. I am so in love with this reading. I can't even tell you guys. If you have any suggestions regarding readings that are a little bit similar like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, because I will definitely record more readings like this. I feel like it's like a self-care treatment, and we sometimes need to be reminded of our greatness. And I have so much love and so much respect for you, my dear pal 3, for this journey you're embarking on, for this self-loving and empowering person you're becoming. It is so beautiful to witness that. Yeah, and put your crown on your head. You deserve it, and this is what you came here to do. To become this queen or become this king that you're worthy of being. All right? So my dear pal 3, this is all I have for you for today. I love this reading. And yeah, my dear, if there's something you would like to share with us, as always, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. Thank you, my dear pal 3, for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. Oh my goodness, by the way, look at this. Another crown. So many crowns. And you're the only card, like, when it comes to the selection cards, that actually has a crown. So there is something about this here. So cute. Wow. Yeah. Be this queen or be this king, this emperor, this empress of your life. You are the main character. You are. Alright, so this is really all I have for you, my dear pal 3. As always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, Of course, as always, you can feel free to email me. And lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My dear and beautiful pal 3, take care, my love.